He's who come, Coach Minzy. Best round here. Remember that.
All right, people, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the coach's desk. Yeah, now, my people, we are here today to talk about the provisional squad that was dropped today. You know what I mean? June 1 on the CONCACAF website. Yes, my people, we went on and we looked at what is the provisional squad. Seemed to be a pretty decent team or a decent crop of players. It is just that the coach will have to pick his best 23 from this team. You know what I mean? Also, based on what I'm understanding, is that this 32 men from this roster will be taken to Austria. That's from understanding. You know what I mean? Yep. So that is a situation where that is concerned. Another thing people have observed is that the JFF, they have taken down the roster. And I find it very interesting and very intriguing. Something isn't right. Something isn't right. Ah, boy. Hey, there's never a dull moment when it comes to the JFF, you know. Never a dull moment. Something isn't right. If you put up Rasta and take it down, something right. But big up to Siobhan Peart in the building. Siobhan Peart, big up yourself. Fresh God in the building. Capo the year. What go on? Big up yourself. Jason Ferran in the building. Big up yourself, Jason. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. All my viewers and subscribers. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Yeah, that is liking the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new so that you can become a part of the wonderful Coach's Desk community. Yeah? And share the content as well. Boy, Fresh, I would want to say nothing is wrong, you know. But something all right. Something all right. Something all right. Something all right. You understand? And JFF, why you drop the squad and then you take it down? Was there a mistake on the roster? Huh? Something all right. Something isn't right. I kid you not. Yeah. Wait, say it pocket delete. Fresh God. Fresh God. Fresh God. Fresh God. May I tell you, say, all right, let me come out and tell you now. Something isn't right. So they had to delete. Let me tell you straight then. It's not a pocket delete, Jason. It's not a pocket delete. JFF had to delete the roster. So let me tell you now. Something all right, and they had to delete it. What I can tell you is that I can't tell you what isn't right until the right time. I mean, nah, say it not correct, you know. But some paging go on. Some paging go on. So me I tell you, I want to say me I read into things. Me not read into nothing now, because I know something make me I say that. Yeah? Why would they remove it? Yeah, some paging go on. You understand? It no make no sense to me, fresh guy. That's what me I said to you know. It no make no sense to me because everything that was deleted from the page is already on CONCACAF. But me now get involved in that, you know. You see me I say? But the truth will come out. No, the squad no wrong. The squad no wrong. But it's a delicate situation. It's a ticklish situation. That's why I don't want to talk on it. So please bear with me, but the truth are going to come out. It are going to come out. You understand? But this provisional man's 60-man squad, basically some of the players, what is going to happen is that some of these players, about 32 of them will be taken to Austria for that game so that the coach can see a few more players. And after he sees those players, then he will decipher his 23-man squad or 26 if that's for Gold Cup. Yeah. So that is the situation with this squad. You know, me I hear too. Me I hear say some man big for the listen. You see Jamaica football people. Jamaica football, it's not going to get better. Serious. It is something that we have to accept. It not get better. And I said that without reservation because of the people that are in there with their own agenda. Yeah, man, people with their own agenda. People with their own agenda. People with their own agenda. People with their own agenda always are gonna mess up the football, and it needs to stop. Right now, the coach possibly don't like some of the players that are in the team. Or the coach will tell you who to call or who to contact, and that no go on. Them something not right. Remember, you know, Shavana, we said them are gonna win Gold Cup, you know. But you see, after me here we go on with selection, the thing nah get better, virgin. It nah get better. It not going to get better. And it don't make no sense to run up your blood pressure because it nah get better, virgin. As well, some people say the nucleus has to be cleaned out. The nucleus has to be cleaned out. When you think a joke, it nah get no better. All players are big for spot. Players are big for spot. Players are big for spot, Virgin. Players are big for spot. You see them baller there. You know on yourself, you know. You know on yourself for a big for spot. You know if you do it. Make the coach do him job. You see me I say? A man them know themselves where a big spot. You have to earn the spot supposed to be earned on the team. Eh? Spot supposed to be earned. Oh no, stop it. Mess up the football program. Hey, business, yo. On notice, well, for the past week, me have some whole lot of things that I do. But if you notice the interest not dead again in a budget. I don't know if you observe still. Just rock back in my chair. But them say court's gone with. That's why I can't do no show. Joke thing this are going. Joke thing. Anyways, a lot of people were saying that Omari Hutchinson isn't committed. See him in the squad there. So that a narrative that was being spread, there's the answer. Omari Hutchinson is in the team. Yeah. What do you have to say? Anyways, Whisper, the 17-year-old, made the team. Is it a good look? And will he make the 23 or the trip to Austria? Hold on. Yeah. So we're not certain if he's going to be making the trip. Remember, this is a roster. Every year when Gold Cup is played, you have to provide that amount of players. Then, what you call it? You have to trim it down. You know what I mean? So that is where that stand at the moment. And Amal Knight, Andre Blake, Connor Boyce Clark. People did not talk about Connor Boyce Clark too. Corey Adai. Remember that you did play in one game somewhere some time ago. He's from Crawley Town. Connor Boyce Clark is from Reading. You have Jamal Wade from Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Kemar Foster Waterhouse. So those are the 6 goalkeepers. All right. So the defenders, Adrian Mariappa again, Damian Lowe, Alvas Powell, FC Cincinnati. Alvas Powell. All who do think Alvas done? Tired to see Alvas face. Would he make the final cut? We don't know. Dexter Lambikisa, Amari Bell, Luton Town. Big up to Amari Bell. Deshaun Bernard, Portsmouth. Yeah, this is one of the new persons that is in. Big up to Deshaun Bernard. He has been on the radar for quite some time. The coach like him, and the coach decided to get him, and he's a part of this provisional squad. Deshaun Bernard. Ethan Pinnock Rupert is there. Ian Frey, he's from Inter Miami. Fitzroy Cummins, Veer, Javian Brown again is there. Gregory Lee is back. Joel Latibodier, Swansea City. He made the cut this time around. Big up. He's another new person. Kemar Lawrence, Minnesota United. You have Ricardo Thomas, don't be holding. Luke Badley Morgan, Stoke City. Yeah, want to know about a youth there from what? U20. Richard King, Wesley Harding, O'Shane Staple. So people were asking about Wes Harding. Here's where the Wes Harding people. He is in the pool. Yeah. Where's Wayne Harris? Bobby Reed, of course. DJ, which is Daniel Johnson. Delano Splat. People, Delano Splat. Yeah, man, the boss in the provisional squad. Demario Phillips, he's from Mount Pleasant. Devon Speedy Williams. Jonathan Russell, he's there. He's from Barnsley. Kevin Lambert, Phoenix Rising. Kevin Lambert always I get selected and him not playing a game. But let's see what will happen this time around. Lamar Walker. Michael Hector. What do you say about Michael Hector? Hector get a call up. But news emerging though that Michael Hector might not be a part of the whole thing. He possibly declined because he would have taken his vacation already or made plans for his vacation. You know what I mean? So this Michael Hector's addition might just be there as a filler. You understand? Omari Hutchinson, yes, a lot of people were saying that this youngster is not committed to the Jamaica football and ours dead cow fat, but here he is in the provisional squad. And I guess all of the lights have to be locked off now. You understand? Ravel Morrison is there still. Big up to Ravel. Bygrave, Atafroy Bygrave, Mount Pleasant, Colin Anderson, Cavalier, Corey Burke is there from New York Red Bulls. You have Daniel Green from Ho Chi Minh City. Demarai Gray, Everton. Dujan Whisper Richards, Phoenix Academy. Jamal Lowe, Queen's Park Rangers. Junior Flemings. Now, this name surprised me, people. I'm not this no baller, so I'm not a baller. Take no this thing to this. But Junior Flemings has been having struggles over there with Toulouse. And to see him in the provisional squad, it was strange in my estimation. Yeah. For me, it was strange. You understand? Then you have Kaim Paris from Dina McKay. Kimar Roof, Rangers. We know that Kimar Roof has been injured with possibly he will be recovering or he will recover in time for the Gold Cup. So Leon Bailey, Aston Villa. Mikel Antonio is there. West Ham United. Ronaldo Cephas. So all who wanted to see Cephas, he's a part of the provisional squad. Shamar Boza Nicholson, Trevante Stewart, he's there as well. So these are the players. And like I said before, about 32 of them will be going to the game over there in Austria. The 2 game that they'll be playing. And then they'll move to Chicago for the Gold Cup. So some persons won't be selected, but they will still remain a part of the pool. Yeah? Remember, players can be a part of the pool without all the documentation, you know? So they can have citizenship and all of these things. But the passport is really important for them to play. All right. Man, them are this remain Burke. But all right. Fear spot. Big up yourself, girl. Coach, call up everybody. A whole lot of competition. People will have to be on their toes. Yeah, but I mean, not all of these players will be selected to go to the friendly games. You understand? Not all of them. You get what I'm saying? So that is the situation. But my challenge is that persons are just being selected. They might try to go around the coach. They are trying to go around the coach. They are trying to go around the coach. And then if you stop it, man, the coach doing job, no man. People are lying to the JFF. When make the coach do him job, no man. When stop it, no man. Make the coach pick the team where he want. Oh God, man! Every time we are gonna have something like this, Virgin, who want, who in, who are beg to be in, and all of them something. Wanna stop it, no man. Hey, me know what go on. Wanna stop it. Yeah, man. This is nothing strange, you know, Kyle. This is nothing strange. People can call in, the phone line is up and running again. This is nothing strange because once it is the Gold Cup, you have to provide a provisional list. Then you have to narrow it down. You understand? Listen, the coach is under pressure, people. The coach is under pressure. And you see, he must be firm on some of the things they won't believe, but the man then does always a squeegee. Of course, there was pushback, Kyle. There was pushback. There was pushback. But some man begged them way out. And it need to stop. The coach submit his list. And then man a change to their list. If the coach never firm, some ball of them would what that he wanted wouldn't be on it. So the fillers them may talk about now with them putting at the team. That's the winner is the football now getting no better. You see if them things are still happen, the football now getting no better. If this continues, the football will never get better. Never. Yo, John was there. You're supposed to be on the edge of your seat and wait for your call. You're not supposed to call for your call. Want to stop it. And the people that will facilitate it, they need to stop it. Come on, no man. Do we really want the football go forward? Or how are we planning to win Gold Cup? With these umpy-scumpy vibes we are going. Eh? Joke thing on the pan, man. Joke thing. Yeah, man. Oh, of course, Davar. JFF at it again, man. Man, if you stop it. First, me I tell you no. You notice the roster that is on Instagram has been removed? Mm-hmm. But Fresh God say me I read into too much. Man, I read into too much, brother. I know what I know. The great Stan, what's up, man?
So, Coach, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good
I'm on the
afternoon.
bus. If I don't come in, when I'm coming too clearly, say I have some challenges.
Yeah, man.
I'm on the bus going home from work.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford private transportation to travel. I have to take the bus. Indoor is comfortable without transportation. But I hear your coach talking about the squad. It's not a bad squad, coach. We have a lot of players, some very capable youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
The Deshaun Whispers, the Splats of the world, Lambakizi, all those players
Yeah,
are in
some
it. So I'm
nice young
pleased. I
talents.
mean,
Omari, Hutchinson, where people say never did I come.
yeah, but I think, coach, the more you get English players, my coach, we haven't seen anything yet, You know more is going to come, right?
Mm-hmm.
They see a coach come in that have some independence. They see a program which will be moving in the right direction. All it's going to do is uplift players and encourage them to participate. And some of them don't want to play for England anyway, but they have no choice because they don't have an alternative.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do see you're expressing some concern about certain players being part of the squad,
Mm-hmm.
and that for some people who are in influential position is business as usual.
Yeah.
Well, you can't change the room. You can't change the room in a day, no coach.
True.
You
But then we
have
stop
to.
try riggy system, cranky. Make him man picking team.
No, I
Does
would
that may have
agree,
a
and
problem?
but the coach have to realize that he's gonna have challenges, right?
Mm-hmm.
What he has to do is be cautiously optimistic about how he approach this. Make some compromise early in the process with the view that he will have ultimate decision about the final 23 or 25 people that he selects. So they can put on their additions all they want. His job is on the line if he doesn't have
Right.
the production and the outcome he's looking for. So he has to take some risk and make the right decision for the team and the country. People will always want to have influence, no matter in what place they are, what environment they're in, what company they work for, what organization they run. And if you have people who have had influence and that influence dissipates and it's being reduced, they're gonna wanna position themselves to still have that same influence.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to find a way to negate that over time and get to a good place. So there are certain names. I was very shocked to see. I'm very shocked to see an Alvis name or a Flemmer name, but maybe people know what I don't know. I've seen them play.
Junior Flemings has been struggling in the French league.
Yes, and so the question is, did the coach call them or did someone else put them in the list? That's the question.
That's a very good
I know
question.
they have been good servants, but they've been good servants for the company, so we don't want to bash anyone. But at some point, coach, talent overrides everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't want to accept it, even if you're trying to manipulate it, you have to realize that we're looking for positive outcome. And the people who have been in the squad year after year, we haven't achieved the outcome we're looking for. They sometimes have to see their position to others who are in better position for us to achieve our objective. So my hope is that those in powers of influence who believe that they're being pushed to the side and they still want to influence have to realize they need to get to the program because we're going in a different direction. And we're not happy with how the World Cup campaign went. We're not happy with the last Gold Cup.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make changes. So they should just, at some point, you're going to have to push them aside, coach, versus asking to step aside.
Mm-hmm.
So you ask nicely first. Yeah.
But Cranky, you see the problem that me have, even if you use some of these players to fill spots, once their foot is in, that spells trouble, At the end of the day, like I said, the coach will pick the final team, which is the 23 or 26 man squad. Right? But once some players are in the pool, me think say it still spell trouble. It send off a
I don't
bad.
think so.
You don't think so?
Yes. Look. It's not the right thing to do, right? You should pick the 60 best players, give them how they're performing, right? But in life, we all make compromises. So the coach may have to give in on certain players who are just making up the 60 coach. They're not going to be part of the last 30. And I don't think the nation would accept that we have better players and they not being given the opportunity. And people know who those players are. The football community understand the football, understand the players' capability, see them play at different parts of the world and how they play, how they compete, the value they bring to the team. And at some point, people like yourself, who are now becoming much more influential in bringing these things to light, and people now recognizing that these things are occurring, have occurred, and continue to occur, will require and mandate change, and those changes will happen for itself. I am less concerned about people who are making additions to the squad when we know they should not be in the final 30. But I do want to recognize them for their contributions to the country. But at some time, coach, you have to move on.
But Cranky.
And the time is now.
But Cranky.
Yeah.
Would you want to only use this method to recognize what these players would have done for the country in time past? Or you'd want to put on a function for them? Because I think that is easier. Because when you take a space, you take a space of a potential future player. If somebody go over the hill, you don't want to do that by rewarding them because of long years of service. You have an award show for long years of service. You understand? And
so
you recognize them for what they would have done.
So here what the YouTuber should do. YouTuber should bring on, so Mr. Speed is, well, let's rephrase that. Rudolph is supposed to be the technical director, right? Or head of the technical committee, correct?
Yeah. Those are the technical there.
So Rudolph should be coming, right? So he should be technical committee, right? And the technical committee, is my understanding, is the one who selects the 60-man squad, correct?
Well, boy, Cranky, the thing mix up, Reggie. Because what
but here's the thing,
the coach is the person who provide who he wants.
Yeah, but coach, we don't know
based on vetting, after they vet it, it's like they just want to switch it on him. If the coach never go check back if somebody play them where him select wouldn't they, you know.
So coach, here's the thing, coach. We should ask the technical committee director, Rudolph, as to how the process works. Because we know in prior programs, come on your program, which I've been on, and explain how the process works, right? Suppose they 66-man squad and the coach pick his players from down. He needs to come back and articulate, is it still the same process or has it been amended? And if so, what does the process entail, right? How does the process work? So we understand chronologically the sequence of events that end up with the ultimate squad. After that is done, we can then be informed as to how this truly works. And it's in an independent, objective process by what criteria we use to select those players. And the 60 players selected, are they the best ones that fit the coach at this point in time, right? And then what happens is this: we can then marry that with our own perception as to who we believe should be in. And I'm sure there are going to be players on the fringe who we believe should have been in, but it may not be materially different from who was selected versus who we think should be selected. Now, the question is, we should ask them, after the 60-man is selected, does the coach now make decision of his own volition as to who should be in his final 30 or 25 or 23? That's the question.
Yeah,
right. So we want to be objective and give them the benefit of the doubt about how this process works and how people are selected. Right. Let them come explain it, because if we're saying others have influence, who are those others? That's the question. Who are those others? It should be nobody else except the technical committee. It should be no individual who's making the decision. It should be a committee decision. And it should be where I would assume they have 100, 200 players and they go through each of them and make decisions as a committee and vote on it, versus one person or two people or some backdoor backslap deal. And you say players are begging to go on. How can players beg to go on a national squad? That doesn't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And it bad.
I don't corner league this.
I
I don't corner league.
know
I don't corner league or side. I don't side. I don't side. You pick up.
Our Masters
I don't
League.
pick up side. Exactly.
Yeah. And it just show the level of things that happen with our football. And Cranky, if it continues like this, our football ain't going nowhere.
Well, no, I would say this. So long as the new coach is in play, that's why coach you hear me advocate way back when.
Mm-hmm.
We need a foreign coach. Because you think if this was a Jamaican coach, that person would have the influence to say no and put their foot down?
Yes.
They wouldn't.
But
because
Cranky,
their job would be under threat.
But Cranky, you see, even though this coach is putting his foot down, it is under tremendous pressure, you know. You see, from it
no pressure,
from,
no coach.
Huh?
Coach. No pressure. You know why no pressure?
Uh-huh.
I don't think he's going to be staying beyond this current contract. And so therefore, if you fire him, you have to pay him out. Right? And you know that the country currently now supports the coach. These are the things they're doing. So the coach is not under as much pressure as you think he may be on. At least from where I sit, given the facts and circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
He will be under pressure if he wants to renew his contract and he doesn't produce. But right now, given the construct and his contract that he has, I'm sure there's some termination clause in it, but it can be because he put his foot down. Then he needs to make decisions that can be in the best interest of the country and the team, not in the best interest of influencers.
No, the pressure I'm referring to, Cranky, is not coaching pressure or knowing that he has a contract, that whatever. It's about the nuances that surrounds his team that he wants. Remember he made a comment that him not too in the local ball of them, But if you notice, our domestic players are still in the team.
No, I think he's into talent. That's what he's into.
Exactly. He's
so
into the better talent.
No, he's into talent.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if you look about have talent, he might pick you. If you look about have talent, he might pick you.
And if you notice, he's going for the youngsters, exciting youngsters. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Whisper's in the squad, right?
Yes.
Whisper's in the squad.
Yes.
There's a lot. Yeah. So, Coach, I'm going to leave you, but I'm going to say this before I leave, which is I am optimistic about the future, Coach.
Yeah.
At least the immediate future. Because
or the short term.
A coach who's very objective. Yeah, well, for now, because you never know what the JFF may do, They say they may fire him. At least if them fire him, they have a pay him out, and he might make enough money. So, but at least he's traveling coach. You hear me advocate it a while ago, coach, when Paul Hall was a coach. Wasn't happy with Paul Hall. You can't be from England and you're not engaging the English players.
True.
You're not trying to influence players. This coach has been doing this since he joined. The coach has been on the plane, going out looking for talent, trying to bring the talent in, trying to get more organization and structure in place. The coach maybe is a godsend in a sense. Now, his results may not reflect his effort so far, but you have to build a process and an infrastructure to allow you then to get the talent in place, nurture that talent, and have that talent produce on the field. And right now, I'm engaged here, conflict in a coach. I'm engaged about the conflict. I'm encouraged about the conflict. Because conflict means you try to change things. So anyway, I'll leave you.
Yeah.
My bus is almost at the destination, but it's good, coach. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man.
Put them under pressure. Put them under pressure.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
We have to.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool.
All right, later.
All right, so that was Cranky, one of the richest man around town. Go on.
Good, yeah, man. Listen, I have a different spin than Cranky, though. Yeah, I agree with most of what he said, but I don't believe that the coach should be compromising. The coach needs to find allies to push his agenda. It's a new coach, new environment. He's calling in players that he wants. And this is my point in all of this. He's calling in his players that he wants to basically program them so he can implement his game
His
plan,
system.
his
Right.
tactics for a tournament. So when you're giving him extra baggage to work with, you're basically depriving those what he wants of time needed to implement his game plan. That is my problem with it. You know, you're taking away from the players he wants to focus on, and he's going to have to focus on the baggage that he doesn't want just to make everybody feel good. So I don't believe in any compromise. I believe what he needs to do is find allies within the JFF and say, listen, this can't work. And these are the reasons why I want my players, you know. And the technical committee has no part in selecting his players. All they should be doing is rubber stamping it. Because like I said, the technical committee can't implement his playing philosophy.
So they can't select players.
Right. They are not the ones who are going to be on the field implementing the coach's technical game plan. No. So how can they be selecting players? It's foolishness that. Nowhere in the world does that happen. You know, I can understand if they want to play with the youth teams, fine. No, you know what? Not even that is fine. But any coach worth his salt will not accept a technical committee selecting players for them. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. You know, but one thing I agree with Cranky with, I am optimistic. And you know, you guys must burn this fire because this don't make no sense. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, you see, Travis. When me come on YouTube, you know, brother, and me I tell it something, you know. Me know what me I talk about, you know.
Yeah, listen.
The man select him team and persons approach him to be a part of the team, and him say, no, so it go. When them look back upon it, brethren, some I see a man then get squeezed in.
From your lips to God's ears.
So, another joke thing, Travis. No, we have not been on the stream saying that I eat that team this. Nobody has said anything like that.
And to be honest, how many players were called? Coach, how many players?
I don't know.
I mean, I know. Because I hear what? 60 man get called. Mr. United post something on there. Him says 60 man. Come on. 60 man?
Yeah, man, this is a provisional list that you have to have.
Fine, but boss, what you do with 60 man?
But Kyle, I know first this happened. Every year a Gold Cup this happening, you know, you have to provide. If you look on the website, every team provides the same amount of players. Come on, man.
6. All right. Well, sorry, I have just been.
Yeah, man. And what is going to happen is that he's gonna be taking a little bit over half of the players.
Right.
To the friendly games, looking at players. He wants to see a few more players
to work with.
Then from there, he's gonna pick his 23 or 26 man squad for the Gold Cup.
All right.
That's how it is.
All right. Yeah, I mean, coach must pick him team. Simple as that. Nobody else. Coach must pick him team. And I gave the underlying reasons why. He wants to implement his tactical plan on his players, and he needs time to basically do that. Bringing on others is basically wasting his time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I stand with that.
But we call the names of the players, and for the most part, it seems like a solid squad.
Oh yeah.
You can get a 23 from this squad that can win the Gold Cup. Do you think that?
Of course. I've always said that we are going to win this Gold Cup. We are going to win this Gold Cup. You know, I mean, we have the confidence. You know, we have a bounce in our step. You know, just leave the coach and let him do what he has to do. And you know,
Rob Smith, who implying that the coach didn't pick the team? But when now listening his stream, me not understand. Every time I say it, the coach sending him names them. From what I understand, what happened is that yes, outside influence go on like they want chickeny thing. Me I tell you no.
So, coach, question: Was anybody left off the list that he sent in?
I didn't hear that.
Okay. So,
but one noticeable person was going to be left off. I check and see, and I say, yo, what go on? Okay. And people start bat for people.
Well, that is a problem. That is a problem. Yeah, but like I said, you know, the coach need to get allies and force his agenda.
Marlon, what go on? Welcome.
Big up on the coach. Clive, bless myself, Kyle.
Yeah, big up Marlon.
Yeah, man. I think this is what most persons were anticipating the squad to drop today.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think we have a solid 30 players. There are some players there just fill up the 50 with
space,
names. Right? There are some players there I don't see them fill up the space. But there are players, the players that are in contention, there are around 35 players there. Right? Surprised for me that Andre Gray, being that we are short in the striker pool, Andre Gray and Norman Campbell wasn't a part of it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna call Juna Fleming. These two players could have been a part of it because they had better season than him, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cephas and Campbell is playing a tougher league, and Cephas, I think both of them they will be on the same level. Right? So I think question mark for them. I'm happy for young Ian Frey to finally get a chance to be a part of a Jamaican roster.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think somebody has the talent, has gone through hell the past 2 seasons, but he's back now, fully fit, working himself back in Inter Miami team. And the coach, Gary Finn Neville, has seen him now, probably now, as part of his squad going forward in MLS. So it's really a good look still. We just have to support the coach, right? When it comes to the 23 man, we just have to support the 23. It's gonna be a very, very, very compact 23 still. Because if you look at the goalkeepers, right, we probably had 1, 2, 3 as Blake, Waite, and Bryce Clark. With Corey Adai adding to this mix now, he make it even tougher. Right. Those are 4 quality people there, and you still have faster Ammonite. I think I think Knight for me will be the number 6 keeper. But right now for that number 3 spot, I think Corey Adai and Bryce Clark and Corey Adai have the work already. Right? He has I think he has more professional games and kinda. So it's right there. We were basically sitting and saying we have 3 keepers already. Keeper space, but I think with the addition of Adai now, it's even tighter. Right back, it's gonna be a tough spot there. Latibo there. Brown, Wizard in his back. Lambasika. Right? Those are the 4 serious candidates. Dishan Bernard can play there as well. So
right.
It's really I think the left back will basically select themselves, right? There's 3 of them fighting over it. I think Bella's really I probably can pack his suitcase and say, okay, once I'm fit, Taxi and Bell, Taxi and Lee will fight over that second spot. I think Taxi will be ahead of him, being he's playing week in, week out now. The 2 centre backs, Spinner and Lowe.
Leader.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to the show. You're live.
Yeah, man. Okay, it's just a quick question I wanted to ask. Okay, from your understanding, the coach submitted his list of players, right? But it was it 60 or it was like about 30 or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's all the 60 players.
Okay, so what happened is that they just full up the space with some other players who they know normally they would somebody just filling the space with some other players. But it's goal.
Hold on, we're not your leader.
That part is not really unusual. The only part that I hope that I was surprised to see certain names sneaking in there. But and then no, and I'm waiting to see. But what I'm surprised to hear though is that 30 people for the thing in Austria. Why 30? Why so much?
Because the coach still want to look on some persons.
But he want to look at 30 from this set. Because what I'm figuring out, is that the USA players won't be in Austria, right? It can't be.
I don't know who the coach or carry leader.
No, but the USA players, would they be available in that window? That's what I'm just saying.
I'm not sure. Remember, I said this is a team that has to be selected for the Gold Cup, So if you are carrying,
right,
you want to see some players.
Right, but would the US teams, release them at that stage, knowing that they're also going to have to lose them during the Gold Cup because it's not an official window?
But leader, anybody go play these two games, they would be a part of the setup for the
leader
Gold Cup, There's no way you can have.
Coach, my answer, leader, is
the
2 games are in the FIFA calendar, right? So it's an option. It depends on the relationship the federation have with the coach, because they mandate to release the player 7 days before the competition start, right? So the 15th is a FIFA window, right? So if basically the players say, okay, we want to play the last set of game and then we join for the other one, it's a player choice. Like the last time when Taxi said he's gonna stay and come in a couple days before. Right.
Right.
Remember the MLS players
easily rotate this thing.
Yeah, but and I say still I think the 3 players there basically select themselves as well. So it's a chance for Bicycle to get a chance and Korea there to see what they can do at the international level as well. But I think the 19 you're basically seeing the Gold Cup squad that will be going, the 23 players that will be going there. I think he probably might go to the closest to the starting 11 right there.
Exactly. That's what I think, because remember they're leaving directly from that location
from
to Chicago.
To there.
Exactly, for the first game.
So who might join for the last game would more than likely be who they're going to definitely carry then or something like that.
Possibility. But at the end of the day, he has the final call.
But I heard I don't know who else is on the line here. They mentioned that 3 players from US select themselves, apart from Andre Blake. There are 2 more.
No, the goalkeeper, they made that talk.
Oh, the next keeper.
Yeah.
No, Jamal Wait and Blake.
Yeah,
right?
that's 2.
But I said
it 2. Same said it ding dong battle between the others.
I don't say
Bryce
the
Clark
third person from US. Who?
No man, it's 2. So what I'm saying, leader, I said Blake select themselves. So it's a toss up between Corey Adai and Bryce Clark for the 3rd spot.
Well, has to be Bryce Clark in my opinion, so that's I think where we want to go, because I don't know how much Corey Adai has been playing. I don't know if he's one of them that was slipped into that 60. I have no idea. But it's for me when I heard the squad,
is it starting goal?
No, I don't know. I said I don't know. I know the last time that he came, we heard that he was playing and he wasn't. So when I had done some checks, he was not playing. So I don't know. I don't know if he's playing now. But the same thing with Bryce Clark. We were told at one stage that he couldn't be released because he was playing. And then when I did some checks and he wasn't starting, you understand? So when he didn't come the last time, I was finding it very strange that the reason why he couldn't come was because he was playing and he wasn't.
But
sometimes
you did buy that.
Yeah.
You did buy that.
What? That's
was
what we were told. we were told officially that the club would release because, but when I checked after, but hold on, this is not played. So it just seemed odd. So I don't know because look here, this is not like years ago, when people tell you, oh, this youngster is scoring 50 goals or whatever. Hey, with a click on the internet, you see the amount of matches they play, you see what they are doing, you see what level they are at. You can get a sofa score. Everything is not like once upon a time where people give you some stuff and tell you, yeah, man, I'm in this team. Yeah, you might be in the team, but are you playing regularly? How much percentage of matches are you playing? These are things that you can check with a click. So, I'm just saying, because when Koyadai did come the last time, he was not playing. So I don't know now, but we're not dealing with any one player. As I said, the whole list sounds good. I'm going to be honest, it sounds good. And what I like about it is that there's a nice mixture where I see going past 2026. I already see a squad in there for 2030. I see a backline basically set up for 2030 already. Very young, very good.
Leader.
So one of the things, yeah.
They have played 32 games, right? 8 clean sheet, conceded 47 goals.
Okay.
In League 2, which
how many matches has he played? How many matches?
32.
No. Go back. 32.
Mm-hmm.
And 47 goals.
Out of 46 league.
Okay. Oh, but okay. Well, well, I won't say anything on that, as I say. But so far, as I said, with the youthfulness of the team, I love that aspect because the coach did mention that one of the things he wants to leave is a legacy, right, that will carry us. So I expect to see not just that these guys will eventually start to slip out some of the older players and then they will come in, and then the squad, as it gets closer and closer in the World Cup campaign, we might see more younger players coming in fresher legs and, at some stage, because some of these players, where a lot of them are over 30 odd going up. I don't know how many of them are going to be this year when we're going into 2025 in the latter part of the campaign. How much of them are still going to be at their best? So we have having adequate players to come in to fill the void is very, very good. So we're going in the right direction. That's all I have to say.
All right. So Michael Hector is a part of it, but I learned that he might not take up the offer because he would have already booked for holidays, his vacation.
Well,
so I'm not sure how that is going to change, if it will change.
I would have paid to take a flight to go there, and if by some weird miracle, well, I don't want to say I'm against any player, but to see if Alva Spowell was ever to meet that 30 yard, and I expect Hector would have been, but to see both of them reunite, I won't say anything more.
Come on, leader, where you go with that, man?
I won't say anything. It would be surprising. So I hope that Hector declining was actually that, because that seems then that they didn't contact all of these players then. It seems like they put on some of the names and then no contact them after. I don't know. So that's
what do you expect? You expect anything different? We know that we always say.
Yeah,
man, most of them get contact and all of them something there.
Yeah, but so we might be seeing some players there who, when you check them, they say, boy, we weren't planning on being there. So, but the thing is, I know for a fact, this coach here, whoever don't show up, I'm not going to blind. So we'll see what we'll see. Because this is the longest time I'm going to get them to prepare before the Nations League and any other competition coming up. I'm not going to get this length of time at all again.
Yeah, true.
So it's very important.
Yeah, it's important to him for the run-in to the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, man.
All right, we have Langs the Blake online. Is he here to defend the Blakes in the team?
Are the Blakes in the team?
The Blakes are normally capable of defending themselves.
Okay.
What
say you?
What I'm here to defend is the coach's credibility. Because if this provisional squad is the best that we could do with all the players that I have heard on the various platforms that have submitted their paperwork.
The name of you?
Keita Taylor Hart. There is not Nelson. There is he plays in the defense too, that I heard, but I think I heard his name on the list.
Lottie Bodier you're talking.
Lottie Bodier, yeah, I think I heard his name on the list. There's another right back at his name elude me now. I just got off the road. There's another right back that I heard his paperwork was submitted to.
Ethan Laird.
Laird. And I don't hear his name. So those two off the top of my head, and I don't hear them in it. Another thing that I would question. I think I heard, is Marlon that on online too?
Yeah, man.
I think I heard Marlon mention something about Fleming, but then I don't hear anything about Gray. I am very concerned that I hear Alvas Powell when I don't hear Zeminez. This makes me ask the question, did Mr. Speed publicly lie to us when he said they will no longer be making careers for players? I believe that in the absence of certain players opens the door for you to have certain players. There is no CDM Jamaican born that has shown us anything that they will reach to the level of Anthony Grant. And yes, he's over the hill. But if you are going into competition, you have to plan for eventualities. And we have no player in the 60-man squad that you can say gives any assurance that they can close out a game. Not one. This is a man who wasn't playing for a while, but was drafted to go to a team to save them from relegation, and he did the job he was asked to do. Name any CDM that is called outside of Russell that is more deserving of a place in the CDM slot. Name anyone.
Than who?
Than Anthony Grant.
Anthony Grant again?
Yes. No. Coach, here's why you don't pass it. You have not found a suitable replacement. You can't throw it. You don't change a whole stick. You don't change a whole stick until you. Yes.
Remember, before Hallgrimson came, Anthony Grant wasn't a part of the system.
Coach.
So
Coach?
therefore,
Coach. Before on your analogy.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish.
He
He wasn't a part of it. So if you notice how this coach is operating, he's looking for youngsters. Is he solely going for CDM? I don't know. So
Coach,
this is where we want to.
That youngsters thing don't get anywhere with me, because I don't think the coach is going for youngsters. I think the coach is going for talented players who can be taught, who will learn to play in his system. Your age is not the driving factor with this coach. The coach wants to get players who are at a requisite level where the talent is concerned. I hear everybody talking. He's going for youngsters.
But what about? Well, keep going because there's another CDM in the team. 2 other CDM in this squad. You know. Go ahead.
I heard that. Is it Platt that I heard his name is on the list? Splat? Yes.
That makes four.
That makes 4. So Splat and Russell and the other 2? The other 2? No. The coach, remind me of the other 2. You have the list in front of you. I don't.
Kevin Lambert, Russell, Splat, and Ian Frey. Ian Frey from where?
Miami FC.
In the Miami FC
Inter Miami.
in US. Inter Miami.
All right. If you're going to use Splat to say he's going for youth, in which game? Because I haven't seen the player from Miami FC, so I'm not going to comment on him as though I know so much. It would be unfair so to do. In which game did Lambert give you anything that you could cry about or shout about you did?
I asked the same question. He was selected the last game and he didn't get any game. So I asked that same question too.
And you have a man with 6 games where Jamaica is better off having him, and shows that he still merits consideration because he just went to save a team from relegation.
But
so,
Mr. Blake,
I have said that to question the metrics of selection. And if you're not making careers for players, why do you continue to cut out players? And I'm going to throw a next player that they're cutting out to facilitate the facade that they have going on. When you not select Andre Gray and talk about Fleming, what are you selling?
We're wondering why Gray isn't a part of the setup.
What must he do to make the team?
I don't know.
Not even Mikel Antonio has the quality in hold-up play as Gray, which is going to be needed in a competition if you plan to score goals, especially when you're going to have all of these wing forwards running off.
But let me ask you a question, Langsley. You go into a system. You heard about a player that used to play and he played 6 games, but he's close to being over the hill.
I would say he's over the hill, but say what you're saying.
And no, because he's still playing good football. After you watch him, you make your assessment based off your own football knowledge and acumen. You recognize that this person isn't going to fit into what you want to offer.
Okay.
Is it a case where you are going to still go for him when, according to your footballing knowledge and acumen, he doesn't fit, or your style of play it doesn't fit into your, would you still go ahead and
the answer to that is no, coach. Okay. The answer to that is flat no.
So the point I'm making now,
no, before you make the point, make the coach. I don't want to be rebutting you.
No,
I just answered your question.
Yes, and let me finish. You answered the question, let me finish. So I am suspecting that it is a said reason why Anthony Grant possibly might not be in Al Grimson's team, because he would have made an assessment. He looked at how Grant play and he believes that Grant doesn't fit in his system. What is so hard about that?
All right, coach. The reason I did not want you to go there before I made this statement, if the same Al Grimson measures Grant and Grant don't fit the system, Speedy's best game for Jamaica is with Anthony Grant. How is the same Speedy in this list?
Could I say something?
Before you go, the next CDM that you just mentioned, Kevin Lambert, Kevin Lambert.
Mm-hmm.
How would he fit in a system that Grant cannot fit in? Yes, the person who said, "Can I say something?"
Pastor. Yeah.
Yes.
First of all, you're living a pass. Anthony Grant is over on the other side of the mountain. First of all, him don't have the speed right now to keep up with these young players that the USA have and what the Mexicans have on these other teams. Also,
Kankakaf on a play pen, you know. Kankakaf on a play pen.
No. Also, you must remember that the coach is always a coach's decision to pick his team. And you can question because him see Anthony Grant and him said, this man is not for my team. Look on Brazil. Every time Brazil pick them World Cup squad, them leave a 4-star. Because the coach, they're not in the coach's plan.
Exactly.
So therefore, accept. And you remember, you know,
I'm happy you're going on that road. I'm happy you're going on that road.
Pastor, let me finish. If they pick 60 players, it's only 23 going in. So 37 going left off. That doesn't mean that Lambert will make the team.
Mm-hmm.
They pick 60.
Elder,
And
I want to take you to live in the past.
Hold on, Pastor. We have a call online and we normally give.
You have to give the caller it.
Yeah, man. So caller, go ahead. Caller,
go on.
Oh, God.
All right.
Caller.
While you're getting the caller.
Ardian.
Who that just spoke a while ago? What I want to address it.
All right.
Mikey. Mikey Ballin.
Hold on, Blake. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We are here now.
Hello? Yeah.
Go ahead now.
All right.
You might listen to the comment. You might listen to the program.
You need to turn. You need to mute the program. Mute the program.
You know, on the show. Pastor, big up yourself, everybody. Yeah, man, you not hear me?
Yeah.
No, man, me not listen to no program, coach.
Just start then, man.
Yeah, you not hear me?
Just start, man.
Me not listen to no program.
Just start, no. Tell us a point where you make.
He's not hearing us in a coach. Based on what's going on, he's not hearing us. We are hearing him. He's not hearing us.
He might hear about probably in a delay.
All right, hear me a second, coach.
All right, him gone. Him I go call back.
Mikey Ballin.
Yes.
Mikey Ballin.
Yes.
If Coach Hal Grimson makes any statement that I can pick up from his statement that Grant does not fit his system, that settles every argument that I have about Grant making the team.
But the coach of it.
No. Mikey Ballin. The coach has not made the statement. So everybody is using. No, I allowed you to finish. Okay. The coach has not made the statement. So everybody on this particular subject is juxtaposing, is looking based on different plateaus, what is happening to make their assessment. I'm going to say again, no, Mikey Ballin, pause. If the coach makes any definitive statement or any statement that we can deduce from that Grant does not fit his system, I have no argument pertaining to Grant making the team. The coach is in charge of the team. But if you are going to tell me, that the same Hal Grimson that says Grant, though slower than some of the young players who don't lose the ball, like the fast young player them, Speedy and Lambert.
But who said them going to be the 23?
No, I'm not talking about 23. I'm talking about the provisional squad, brother. I'm not selecting no 23. I'm talking about persons meriting their place in the the provisional squad. The same way I would defend as Zeminez for all those people who are talking about the coach going youth over Alvas Powell, who is an enigma at best. We need to be consistent with our line of reasoning. No coach in my mind coach, is going to say my system cannot fit a Alvis Powell. Yet the best game that these cannot fit a Anthony Grant. Yet the best game that these two guys play in was off the shoulder of Anthony Grant. So how do they fit in the system when it is Anthony Grant that made them have their best game and he cannot fit in the system?
So couldn't it be vice versa?
Coach.
It could be vice versa, but you would have to turn up those results, coach, without Anthony Grant. It could be vice versa. Of course it could be. But they would have to turn up those results without Anthony Grant. Have they shown those results? Yes, Mikey.
Hold on, Mikey. The caller, call back. Caller, go ahead. Just remember your point. Yeah, Mikey?
Yeah.
Caller, go ahead.
Yeah. When me I say, coach, today Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm. The 1st of June. Few more days go before the hurricane season.
And Gold Cup away in June and July. Oh, Pastor, go on like he want to be Monday morning quarterback on Thursday.
Hello. If me didn't play football, I wouldn't play as the quarterback. I would have played as the wide receiver. I wouldn't play as the quarterback. Because I not take bunks.
Pastor, Mr. Zimini's come off. Them take Zimini's off a bench in a manning up game. See, the man play 15 minutes in a one game in a Belgium. Right now, brother, as bad as Nina said Powell in the team, right? But as bad as Powell is better than Zimini is. So when you say them something, man, you have to where you say, brother, and look into this, brother. The man called 60 man. Yeah, act like the man can go in at the transfer market, go buy a holding midfielder. And if the man just don't like Grant again to brother, Grant can't get no US visa according to me.
When did you get the coach not liking Grant?
Hold on. Gentlemen, hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Pastor, you can adjust your volume. Me see the comment section I get say that the volume is kind of loud or your voice loud.
No, my voice is loud. I can adjust my headset on the phone, but my voice is as loud as it is.
Okay.
Pastor, I was
and then when you look at it, right? When you're looking at the 60-man squad, right? The 23, we can definitely identify 23 good players. We can make the World Cup squad.
Yeah. But caller, I am not disputing. I'm not disputing if we have quality players in there.
Finish now. Make we have some order. Make him finish. Continue, caller.
It's not like Antonio no there, Gray no there, Bailey no there. The 23-man squad there, brother. If the man calls some other man, even from Jamaica, everywhere, we look for them for the future. As long as the 23-man squad there, we can move along with the man and support the man and tap them foolish, brother.
I can say, Carla, I can say one thing. I already pick at least 18 man already make the team. Him doesn't look for 5 more than likely. And to you, Pastor, as a coach myself, I don't have to explain to anybody why I don't pick somebody. Because a coach is a dictator. All right? Even if explain and give you no reason, even if you reason nothing, you are not his spouse. If never tell about
No, but Mikey, in the idea of football, you have to explain to the
Mikey. Mikey.
Let them coach ever explain why I drop out, why them leave out the big star.
Mikey, let me tell you this.
Come on, man.
All of the dictator coaches want to call dictators. It's because you have not assessed the coaches. Every single coach knows where his support is. And there is no coach that's going to survive in Jamaica without the fan base. And I can tell you this. No matter what level coaching you are at, you need to have support within all of the different avenues of what you would call the important people within the sector. Coach Hal Grimson, I am not asking for him to explain his methodology. I am saying the coach has not. So everybody is actually positing their own opinion as to what is possible. The coach has not. I'm not saying the coach should come to me and tell me anything. And I may pay the coach. I'm not saying the coach should do that. I'm not paying the coach. I am saying until the coach make this.
They normally do press conference, man.
Yes, they do press conferences, coach. And they say some things at press conferences and tell you things. Let me pull something from a press conference that the coach said.
Hold on, before you pull it, we have a caller online again. Caller, welcome to the show.
Yes, coach. Manners and respect, man. Big
Yeah,
up on
man.
yourself, man.
Yeah,
Man,
we're here. Pastor, we still want to adjust in people. Them say them ear drum and them earlobe under pressure, you know.
It is turned down to below half.
Well, yeah.
So
you have to carry below a quarter then.
For one.
I'll turn with the
It's a turbo mic, yeah.
That's a super mic.
The mic super. Yeah, go ahead, caller. Audience.
Yeah, yes, yes, boss. Yeah, me and man I say, coach. Me not feel say the coach really and truly could have explained the squad there, you know. Cause half of them play in pick, but the next half of them pick it. Cause me I tell you the truth. This a coach where me a hear about, when me read up on where carry Iceland go and them thing there and have a high IQ and them thing there. This a coach now go pick Flemings. No.
Carl gone. You dear coach?
The cut off. What coach?
Look like the caller gone.
Still. And Mike. Yeah, coach, Mike and Pastor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are here, man.
We talk about see them. Arguments is a person who.
Yeah. So. Gotcha.
We are here, you know, audience.
Yeah, man. So me I say, I don't understand what I go on with that thing. Trust me. Me I say, this a coach. Oh no, I don't believe if Whitmore was there. If Whitmore was there, then let me speak proper. If Whitmore was there, he would have picked Flemings. he would have picked Flemings. Because let me tell you something. Flemings have one of the worst seasons in our history of football. Big man. And you want to tell me say my coach where international coach pick this man here and Abbas Powell. So that one thing more if you know. I'm gonna say this. Because me not have a call no name or nothing. But me just want to tell and anything me say on this program, it have nothing to do with Coach Minzy. RDN, the girl in Champagne from down in the lane, yeah? Simple. I'm want to tell Mr. Downs.
Man, cut off again.
Man, cut him off. Yes, Chevron, welcome. Man called straight and cut off audience. What you say? Chevron.
You was a make up?
Yeah, man, we are here now.
Yeah, may I beg you? Tell Pastor to move the mic from under him neck, please. Because they flew away.
Oh, Pastor, I see a man calling to tell her that. You know. Move the mic from under your neck.
Please, may I beg you? Take that this. Put in a man or something.
Chevron, you're bad, brother. You're bad.
Yeah.
What coach? What I was saying? What I was saying about coach?
Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead, Marlon.
I don't think Arguments is a person who fancy combative player. He's a person who used 2 box-to-box in the system in Iceland.
Yeah.
Right? Players who are good in attack and good in defense. Right? Yes, because when he has Goodman and Johansson there, these are players who one could go back and one could. They're both good in attack and good in defense. And they are big players. So that's why I tell you, John Russell, he will like John Russell, but he will have a ball handler beside of him. Right? So, like, for instance, a player like a Louis Baker or Isaac Hayden, those would be the ideal player for him. Right? He's not a person who really go in for those combative tackle. If you're good offensively, retaining the ball, you're his player. Right?
Marlon.
That's why I tell us. Let's pass it.
I totally agree with what you just said. Let me ask you this question. The same Algrimson using that style of play, and I believe that's why John Russell will be a starter in his 11 based on the one performance that I see John Russell doing the Jamaican shirt. I would say that. The same Algrimson saying that. As a coach, we know there are different aspects and different things that happen in our competition. So you're going to get your best two ball handling CDMs because John Russell does tackle hard. It's just that he has other aspects to his game which makes him an upgrade to the style of play like an Anthony Grant. Them, whoever the CDMs in the regular mold are, the John Russell type are more fluid. Now, this would be my question. If you're looking for that quality, how would a Kevin Lambert and a Speedy Williams, since the John Russell type is the type?
Oh my God.
And that is the justification. Yes, Mikey. That is the justification. If the John Russell type is the type,
Pastor.
how does a Lambert and a Speedy measure within that metrics, Marlon?
Coach, can I
Pastor, the four of us here right now, any of us honestly seeing Speedy or Lambert being a part of this 23?
Exactly.
Marlon, and again, I am not picking a 23. This is a squad that is given to us. So the players that are in the squad are all under scrutiny.
Yes,
I'm not talking about the 23 that's going to Gold Cup, Marlon. I'm talking about the squad we're given.
Yes, Pastor, but all right, let's talk seriously now. There are around 35 players there who are seriously in contention for the Gold Cup team. The other players are just to fill up the roster. That's how I see it. That's why I said it to the management. We have 35 players that are seriously in contention. The rest of players are just, guess what? They could have done like what Suriname do. Put 32 players. Haiti put 33 players. Right? Some of the players, we now look for them.
Marlon, I'm not going out on a limb with JFF. This squad is what we're given. On any platform that I will be on, I am going to look at all the players in the squad. We're going to get a close-up view as to what the Gold Cup squad is going to be for those two practice games. I know that. And I am waiting for that because I know that's going to be the real measuring stick of what the Gold Cup squad is going to be. Those two practice games are going to be very close to what the final 23 or 26 or whatever the number is going to be.
Pastor, when the squad pick the final, whatever, 23, 26 pick, then they come back on coach platform and we can cuss if them pick Lambert and Speed if you want.
Mikey, no, Mikey.
Hold on
again.
No. Caller online. Caller,
no.
Welcome to the show.
No.
Yeah, man. Yes, coach.
Yeah, man.
Yes, coach.
What's up?
Yes, coach. Yes, pastor. Yes, to the rest of guys them. But it's coach. It seems like if the coach did pick 100 man, the man wouldn't satisfy the same way. Because in pick 60 and we still are comparing like I don't know who else will come in because if I bet 60 that him sure they will make up the number. If we pick 100, the man will not compare same way. And that basically quite they will make a lot of things pick. I don't know about the players they will think because I really see the local base and we are play inside them. But so for the man them overseas when me seeing pick makes sense because me fly go down me go Vietnam there me go watch that Daniel Green and me see him a perform he must score a lot of goal down there. So me see quite a few man when they call I perform good, but as me say when I see local pay them more than me, so me not go too send up at 60 him have them have to send 60 name go there. So maybe then go and pick you in a past and put your name there if you make up the number if you never have 60. So we have to just.
But caller, if you put my name there, I would be querying every player name that's there. I am not. You see, Mikey and Marlon has reached the place where because they are satisfied with a possible 26 or 27, they have no business with the players when not enough for them possible 26 and 27. I am doing something totally different than that, and I have been saying that since I started on this platform. I am looking at the players, the complement of players in the squad. every player under scrutiny.
No, Pastor. But you have stuck to those players alone, and you have not moved on.
No. I did not stick to those players alone.
But
those players. Hold on. Coach. I thought about. I began with the notable omissions. People like Andre Gray and the enigmas that.
Pastor, you need to
yes
down because when the 23 pick week after next, then we can talk again.
No, but when the 23 pick, we are going to scrutinize those 23. We're not going to scrutinize anybody that is not in the 23, Mikey.
All right. Let me ask Pastor a question.
It's a good thing Pastor never have a gun. Because if you have a gun, Pastor, it look like you can just go fire and shoot everybody out there.
If I got that instruction from heaven, yes.
Yeah, Pastor. Yeah, I think that you have certain players that should be on the squad and not there.
Mikey, don't accuse me wrongfully.
No, let me finish. And you, no matter who them pick, you because I've been listening to you on all different platforms. You have a different bad mind for GFF, and this is my take. I'll give to pick 30 players.
You have a bad opinion of me, but continue.
I'll give to pick 35 players, and GFF pick up the other 25. That's what I say.
Okay. Mikey.
Pastor,
could you
respond to Mikey? Hold on, man. I want to hear about the players them in the team where you think a good pickup. Talk about that part there now, man.
Yes, done with this negativity. Yes.
All right. Mikey. Yes. No, I'm not going to. No. Coach now rescue you like that. You not get well like that. No go so.
I'm here the host, and I'm here the privilege to switch the dynamics. So we are segueing into that. You're a long time with the pandemic.
So, coach, you're going to allow Mikey to lambast my character like that and segue. Coach, that is not. No, you know what Mikey just say a while ago. You know what Mikey just say.
But you see, you now get the point now, Pastor. You get the floor for talk. You can.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Okay. All right, coach. All right. Good. I hear a name like Omari Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
I finally, Damari Gray. 2 Februaries ago, I was told that we would have him in the first week. I see his name in this list now, so I'm hoping that everything is okay.
So yeah, one of them would have said him not committed.
No, I heard we would have his paperwork in the first week of February, 2 Februaries ago.
Who that?
It was the president of the JFF that made that statement, coach.
No,
Damari Gray.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Omari Hutchinson. Sorry.
No, please. I was not one of those that said Omari Hutchinson is not committed. No, don't mix me up. No. I was not one of those.
I don't mix up. Me just ask you a question and you say no.
Okay. No. Let that no be loud. No. I believe if we have Bernard, I hear Bernard is finally accepted a centre back. I hear names like Lambakis. We're struggling with the depth of the goalkeeper now is a good problem that we have. Because I think we have about 6 goalkeepers that can hold their own in international competitions, truth be told.
5.5.
So Mikey, I'm not interested in your division of segmenting of people. I see anything you try. No, Mikey, no. 6. Leave it at that. So I believe that's the goalkeeping department. I believe that's nice for us. With Latibodier and Lambakisa, the left back, because both of them can play on both wing backs, and we have 3, I believe, good left wing backs in Bell, Lay, and Lawrence, and that would be my order. So you could easily pick Latibodir as a utility player because he can play right across the back, same like Lambakisa. Not right across the back, but on both wing backs.
Lembikisa here?
Yes, it's Lem. Yes, Lem. Yeah. Thanks for the correction, coach. So there are quite a few players that I believe are in there. I see us going with Russell and the regular players like DJ and Ravel. Whether you're going to play Hutchinson in there as a cam or you're going to play him off the wing. But then if you have Low, Gray, Bailey, and what's his name there? Bobby Reed. I think you can easily put Bobby Reed. I think you could easily put Omari Hutchinson with as the cam, so you have two cams instead of one that running there. That midfield is with a John Russell should turn over CONCACAF with the strike force that you're expecting to have with up front with man from Russia, Antonio. We should have enough. You see, coach, you went to the positive because you want to support Mikey and Marlon in looking at the 23, possible 23. In this squad, coach, I am accusing you, coach. Coach, I am accusing you as the host.
Hey, this is
I am accusing you of the host.
Hold on. This is a football show, you know. And
yes.
Me, I done around here, you know. Me have my yellow card and my red card, you know.
So I know. I have buried the Dons.
Behave yourself.
I have buried Dons.
And other pastors have buried pastors.
Oh yes. You are not a pastor. And you're not a burial officer. You're not a pastor, nor are you a burial officer. You have no license with that.
So
anyway.
Make aspersion you know about. All right, let me leave it there.
Yes, I am making a statement that you think I don't know about.
Let me leave it there.
Yes, coach. I believe, same like how Mikey positive opinion and jab at me.
You did say in the midst of when him say it, you don't think he's right. So you got your chance to tell him, say, you not believe what him say, you debunk what he's saying about you.
No, what he said was not and is not right.
But remember, so you did rebut. Don't hey,
hello. No. So in zeroing on a possible 26 players.
No, hold on. Before you talk about the 26, because we don't have enough time in that show, you know. You cannot say when we're looking at the positive, we are zeroing into the 23. You said that are the entire players in this squad you are dealing with. So how on earth, when you talk about the positive, it narrowed down to 23? That is preposterous, Pastor.
No, coach. The positives from this provisional squad takes you directly to the possible 23 to 27 players going to the Gold Cup.
So why the negative don't bring you nowhere? Come on.
The negative brought me to exactly what I spent the first 25 minutes talking about. Because there is no way under heaven, no coach at all that is spelled COACH, none can select Fleming with a fit Andre Gray available. Not possible.
Coach. You're going back to the negative.
No, I answered your question, coach. I did not go back to nothing.
Pastor.
Can I say
something?
Well, on the call at the online. Let me hear the call. Call at the final thoughts. Sorry if you have you online. Yeah,
Pastor,
go ahead.
It's 60 players in car, but what I'm looking at.
Mikey Ballin, see no him call 60 of them caller. Call him Mikey Ballin, see no him call them. No say that.
Okay, all right. If the coach what I'm trying to say, this little kid, John Richard, could make the 22 under 22 squad. and the coach team fit to call him up in the 60 squad.
Oh,
that means
man.
there's something wrong with the selection of the Jamaican football that's stifling the kids them. But coach, you know this coach. Remember Ryan Sterling did come, you know this coach. Ryan Sterling did come down to play for Jamaica and he said they don't want to restart and send him back a foreign. Remember that, you know, come down to play for Jamaica and under 17 team. And him say him run them don't need no racers and him come back. No him playing for England. And now they want to call him, wouldn't mind they did have a Ryan Sterling now. Because when young talent come, we do not know young talent. Jamaica don't look at young talent. You remember that, coach? So Sterling coming to play for Jamaica.
Yeah, man, me hear the story, man.
Coach, to the defense of the JFF, Mr. Speed said that the JFF does not have talent identifiers at a certain level.
No, but Mr. Speed said again, nowhere in England, film under 15 play, you know, need under 15 from abroad, film under 15 them at Jamaica. None of them play in England good like he's under 15 them in Jamaica. You know. Instead, we take all the players. And when I'm looking at Jamaica, do not know to find talent. If you notice, Bailey was so good as a kid, playing in young away country when one and they never see him. And when he reach a stage that they can't do without him, and that's the time they call him. So these type of things we have to look at that Jamaica have so much talent, raw talent. But this type of some look of youth, the tournament where what we don't go to the other day is a big blow for those kids. Because Arsenal, all those clubs, here Arsenal, PSG, all these clubs, you know, much country would like to get a chance to get invited to that tournament with a youngster. How will we do? Stifle those local kids, that's the man, and can't see them. What me will be, and no matter what me other person say about Craig Butler, what him do, him film thing organized, because I want to know how him can get film kid them to Europe and big Jamaica.
Fisherman must sell fish, Carl. The man is doing his job. Fisherman must sell fish.
Yeah.
Craig is selling his product. So you can't fault him. His style might be offensive, but he has to sell his product. That's his job.
But what I'm saying, why the JFF never, if they know say a tournament like this, Mount Pleasant kid them have visa. Some of the kids them manage to eat them up and say let them go and represent, like what the Issa would do when Issa competition come up, you know. What Issa do? What Issa does? Issa may, if they don't have enough players, them call kids when they have visa just to send them.
Caller.
Hold on. Yeah.
The product that the JFF is selling is Alvas Powell and Junior Flemings. They have invested a lot in them over the years, and notice it. That is the product.
I know I'm getting politics with that, but what I'm saying is what Captain done, when Captain calling players were in his time, if he called 30 players, he sees as those 30 players get the visa. That means if coach, me and you get an injury and just draft one of those players. But the man, the last SMA leader say, oh, why you can't get visa for people, or then they don't make the team. So the man is asking, so what to get the visa for the kid?
But Soldier.
So you call a man and he can. Yeah.
Soldier, to be fair, Soldier, right? And I said to somebody today, you see, because I said from 2 weeks ago that the team not getting any visa to go anywhere. It's a team going, it's not a single person, right? Presently, right now, I should be in Copenhagen right now, right? And because I want time, I call it the consulate and tell them, they say, guess what? Your passport should have been here 30 days already, right? It's going to take up to 15, at least 15 to 28 days to go. Remember, it's a single person now, because guess what? It's where entry Europe, right? They are 27 EU nation, right? So they gave me an option. I could enter through Estonia, where I don't need a Schengen visa, but I'm going to need it to enter into Sweden. right, and Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're on management program, and the speed say yes, everything has been in place. When I ask, is the document submitted ready? They're getting them together. I told person the team is not going anywhere. So even when last week when person was saying they're gonna go in on Monday morning, right? Because first and foremost, you need a insurance letter to take with you the players. Everything have to be there. All those things have to take to the embassy. And if one document, mess up, no problem.
Okay. So why you person like you should advise these men at the JFA, because they know what they don't know what they're doing. Are they ask Craig? Let Craig tell them how him do it, forget his thing. So they should, man like you should explain to them, because the man is just come and talk and Mr. Chung feel no matter who wants him, Mr. Chung feel, because the thing should never happen. And you know how much parents, if the money, if they come and say to some of the parents, them, okay, we got the money, the parents, they will put some of the parents, so they put their money, that's their kid, for the just their kid to travel.
All right, Soji, we don't want to restart our conversation again. We're done with that from yesterday. Let us stick to the squad.
Well, we have to just, all right, we just have to support, Pastor, just support the coach with the squad we have, and praise him pick the best 20, 25 or 20 or 30 players.
If I should take what Mikey Ballin said, I don't have to pray for that, because the coach didn't pick more than half of these guys. So him now go look for them.
I said the coach picked 35 and the JFF picked at 25.
Me I go need to contact you after the program, you know, Mikey, because me need the 35 when the coach select.
Pastor, you can pick them up.
You can minus every local player that plays in Jamaica. Every player that plays in Jamaica, you can.
This is a tragedy.
The coach will pick one player that plays in Jamaica, so take them off the list. And then you can go.
And then we can go where? Then we can go where, Mikey?
I have to take off all the local JPL players. And whatever, I don't know how much of them there is. Let's say there's 10 or 15. I have to take off those 10 or 15. Then you have the rest to deal with. So after that, now you're going to have like the Alvas Powell and the Junior Fleming. I mean, I can pick 18 players that I say is going to be on the squad.
Where is Whisper playing?
Whisper won't be on the team.
Mikey, I didn't ask you who would be on the team, because it's the coach who will select the team. Answer what I asked you.
Yes. The coach did not select Whisper. Whisper is a local.
Oh, yeah, run on the questions, Mikey.
No, coach. In a court of law, I asked Your Honor to allow me to handle this man as a hostile witness.
Yes, man, he is.
The man is refusing to answer the question I asked him.
Whisper is playing in the stands. The coach already said this earlier in the year that Whisper is young and don't want to push him.
Right, but look at it this way. Him still now push him, but him in a 50-man provisional squad. Nothing is wrong with that.
Pick Whisper.
Nothing.
And I don't have a problem with Whisper in the provisional squad. But I have a problem with those persons who are left out of the squad to facilitate certain players in the squad.
Like Whisper.
You see, you go and ask me a question without answering the question I asked you, but I go skip it same like how you skip mine. Why would you have Flemings and not have Tyler Roberts?
Let me big up the super
because
chat.
Big up passport.
Who don't have passport?
Tyler Roberts.
Come on, Tyler Roberts has his passport. But
and what you talking, Mikey Ballin?
No, Mr. Said, Mr. Ask a question.
No, don't say that. No, you never asked you make a statement.
Maybe him do have him passport. I said maybe him do have him passport.
Okay. Yes,
well, we are telling you definitively say he has.
Okay,
so Pastor, you okay with Ravel in the team?
Huh?
In the squad?
Yes.
Why?
Why I'm okay with Ravel in the squad? There are two players in the squad that I know a lot of people have questions with, but I believe the coach has given these two players specific instructions as to what to do, and he has literally showcased that these players are a part of his plan presently.
Which 2 players?
Ravel Morrison and Mariappa.
Mariappa won't be on this 23.
He might not be on the 23, but I would challenge anybody to think about him still going to the Gold Cup.
He will go. He will go as like a coach or.
As no coach, man. No, not talk about.
Coach. Any additional player going to the World Cup outside of the legitimate 23, Mariappa is the first name on the list.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, I agree with that.
Any additional player going to the World Cup away from the legitimate 23, Adrian Mariappa is the first name on the list if he's not in the 23. I kid you not.
If I was picking 23, I don't see Mariappa in the 23.
It's hard, Mikey. It's hard.
It is hard for him to make the 23, but I am saying because the coach has showcased that these 2 players are a part of his plan. I think he's going to phase out Ravel, but he's going to have to find the He's going to find the replacement before he phases out Ravel. He's literally utilizing Ravel as his utility midfielder. Can play cam, fall back and join with the defenders because he's not using an out and out traditional CDM. So it is in that. And if I am wrong with my assessment of the coach and what he has showcased for these 2 players, then that would be me being wrong. But I believe that I am correct, and so I am thinking that yes, and that is why I'm okay with Ravel in the squad.
All right, Pastor. My part upon Ravel still, and we have to be realistic now. Players are there. We know what Ravel can do when he's at his best. But I think not playing club football and that much sharpness. Remember, it's not a friendly tournament. It's a tournament we're going that we want to compete in and say we want to go on with the tournament. Right? So I think we want everybody at their sharpness, right? And him, it's even for the players who are on break now to come back and start back. Right? Remember now, when they take a 2-week break after football and to come back and to be at that 100%, it takes time. So for him who's not playing a regular 90 minutes football, right, consistently, it's going to be very, very hard. But we know that the coach likes him, right, because he's one of the main ball handler. So it's a possibility he might be there. But if he's not in the 23 squad, he won't surprise.
Marlon, we can't hear you.
Marlon.
Pastor, yeah, again, Roof.
No, Marlon, I did not hear what you said. It won't surprise me. You chipped out.
Right, what I was saying, Ravel not playing football, right? And there are other players there, not at Ravel quality, but I think he might fall on the picking order, right? So if he's a part of the 23, he might be the player who have an X beside his head, and if he's left out of it, it won't be a surprise because I think Russell and DJ might be those two deep line players, right? I'm looking to see Bobby, Bailey, and Gray on the field at the same time.
Gray? Is Gray name on the list?
Man, Damari Gray is here.
Oh, Damari Gray. Okay, yeah. All right.
In a flexible tree there that can rotate both sides or in the middle, right? And Anthony at the hem, right, as a striker. With Pinnock and Low will be the basically the back 2, right? Bell will be the left back. The right back is gonna be where the case gonna be. That's where the case is gonna be there. There are 4 quality right backs there, right? We're not mentioning as well for example. We're talking about Latibo there, Hardin, Javian Brown, Lambasika.
Hardin?
And yeah, Wes Hardin is there in the squad.
Okay.
Bernard can play right back as well, which he played most of the season as a right back. play a few games as centre back. So the quality is there. But the good thing about it, these players are flexible. They can play centre back as well. So that's why I say it's harder
All
for
right.
Man to even be
So the issue then is because none of them has so much as owned a spot. You're going to be juggling who to select from that four. For right back.
No, nobody have submitted that spot there.
Yeah, Lemba Kesey, Wes Hardin, Bernard and Latibo there.
Bro, yeah, it's 5 of them actually. So, but I
who's the next one?
Javier Brown is there now. Wes Hardin, Latibo.
Boss man, you see you gone cause trouble again, man.
But Javier Brown is there, so I'm not trouble. Javier Brown is there, so we have to admit the fact.
Marlon, here is the trouble I have when you stretch across, because right now we know if it's just Javier Brown and Lemba Kesey, by performance, Brown is not supposed to start over Lemba Kesey.
Right now, Lemba Kesey is number 1 right now.
Lemba Kesey. If you add Dushan Bernard, Latibo and Wes Hardin, Javier Brown does not make the 26 because you are not going into a competition, even though those 4 right backs can play other positions, so all 4 of them are utility players. Javier Brown still wouldn't make a 26 or a 27.
No.
With those 4.
Him out.
So
everybody's available. Javier Brown don't make the team.
Does not make the 27. So that's where I would have an issue, Marlon. But other than that, what you have said, I am in agreement with.
So that's what I said. That's why I said in the back 4, in the defensive, we have to talk about a defensive 8. I think the two starting centre back select themselves. Omari Bell, right? As course, Hector might not be there. I think Hector will be the 3rd centre back if he's available. If we're talking about players on farm.
Why not Bernard?
Hector, both of them play in the same competition. Hector has a better season than him.
As centre back? Okay.
Right, you can't take that from me. He took a struggling team.
No, I'm not against Hector, you know. I'm not against Hector. Because I believe that given the chance, Hector would make a better centre back than Damian Lowe. That's my opinion. We don't have to disturb this show with it.
No, I think with Lowe, Lowe might bypass Hector right now, honestly, because Hector being out, wasn't playing football on a consistent basis for a time being, right? He literally sit out almost 6 months not playing. So,
Marlon, while Damian Lowe has reduced his negative encounters significantly, I don't believe Hector's negative results is as high as Lowe's own.
No,
I don't believe so.
If I assess him now how he's performing now, right? Remember now, I was this one who came on YouTube and tell person that going to Philly is a good move for him, right? On a football basis. But if you want to be playing regular, the coach will have to change the system to facilitate him in it. Because if it's in a back 2, there's no way he's gonna break up Gleeson and Elliott. These 2 have been playing together for 4 weeks. So what the coach has done now, he realized they are 3 quality players, they are the same ilk. So guess what? He's actually playing him out of position in the back 3 to play on the left hand side as a centre back.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You can't beat him because he has had 3 man of the match performance in the last 3 games, 2 team of the week in the last 3 games. So he has changed. I think Curtin, Jim Curtin has really brought the best out of him. The rush tackle is coming out. The kicking away the ball is coming out.
Has reduced, and anybody that watched the player has to give him credit. Those things have dulled down. I would even go as far as to say significantly. It's just that in terms of the ability to read the game and stay in position, because what has saved Damian Lowe over the years, is his ability to recover. That has been his saving grace. But in assessing players and being fair to the both player, Hector is out of place far less than Lowe is, loses the ball far less than Lowe, so he has less need for recovery. So that is my brutal assessment. Why I would say, in my thinking, I would go with Hector over Lowe. Had Hector been given the chance, the same amount of chance that Lowe had been given. In terms of what Lowe has done with the chances that he has given, you cannot fault the man. You have to give him the credit for what he has done.
All right, we have a super chat from Joe Fortis. Big up yourself. He said, Coach Pastor need a yellow card. He's getting out of line now. Hector isn't on Lowe's level currently.
Coach, leave it right there, so I'm sending a super chat.
Yeah, man.
Leave it right there, so.
But people, we have reached the end of the show now. 2 hours with the pan. But let me ask the question to the panelists before we leave. I want to have 2 minutes the most to answer. Do we believe that we can pick a 23, 26-man squad out of this team, out of this squad, that can actually go to the Gold Cup and create waves or damage? Starting with Marlon.
Yes, I do. I think with the coach having time with them, right, and we have 2 practicing going in, where you can assess the players properly and implement the system on them. But at the same time, we have to also bear in mind the other teams that we're up against. Canada has a very dangerous team. If Canada win this Gold Cup, we won't be surprised, as I'm saying it right now. They have if all those players are there, they can be a very, very dangerous team. I think US will make a few changes. There are players who are out of contract and stuff, right? So that might be one factor that work against them. But they're the host, they're the defending champion. We can't take that away from them. Mexico, we know the quality they have the same way, right? Panama is gonna be another team again. We have to look at as another dark horse as well. So I think if you're going for a top 6 team, the top 4 the top 3 in CONCACAF right now, I think Costa Rica might be a bit off. Maybe Jamaica and Panama in that top 5, they're fighting for that position to join up with USA and Canada and Mexico. So we have the ability, once everything go by from administration standpoint, right? Everything is good for the players and everything there. And as we know, the coach is a professional. He has his structure that he wants to put his input on. So we can do it. But at the same time, we have to bear in mind what the other team has done. USA got a new coach now, right? I think Hutchinson has moved on to greener pasture for himself to become a head coach. So it's another. So that's something new. But at the same time, they'll be playing 2 high quality games. We have 2 friendly. And I said to Qatar today, the coach, I said it's a blessing in disguise for us not to make the semi-final of the Nation League, because you can assess players now. Imagine we're in the semi-final. We have to take a Demai Gray, put him in a high stakes semi-final, or Dishan Bernard, without them getting a chance to play together before. So I think we have these 2 games, so it might be a benefit for us.
All right, Marlon, exceed him in 2 minutes. Pastor, your time. Don't follow Marlon.
I am looking at the 4 players that the coach would probably, since they say it's 30 players they're carrying for those 2 games, that these 4 players are going to be looking like we might be the 4 that don't make the Gold Cup squad. And those 4 players may very well be Brown, Lambert, to a lesser extent Mariappa, to a lesser extent Ravel Morrison. The reality is, in terms of player qualities, we'll stack up well enough with most of the teams. But in the absence of chemistry, therein lies our deficiency. I believe if the players can quickly buy into Hallgrimsson's system and we play each game as a final, then the sky may very well be the limit. So I'm fairly optimistic with the so-called 30 players that the coach selected using Mikey Ballin term. Yes, I'm optimistic that we can at least do some damage, if not lift the cup.
All right. Mikey.
Yes, we have a good squad. And in the last...
That is not true.
Oh God, Pastor. Stick to your line, hey, Pastor.
Okay, I went change it. We have a great squad.
Yeah.
We have a great squad. Excellent.
Coach, permit me to ask him if it's the selected squad. No. If it's the selected squad or is the provisional squad, which one of them is the good one? Is the good squad? Because I will be out of turn, not knowing which he's speaking of. Is it the squad he think is going to the Gold Cup or the provisional squad?
It's going to be an excellent 30 to go to Europe. Right? I think that if we will play Argentina and we will play Mexico with the first team, and the coach have an extra time with them now in Europe, I think we're going to do big damage in the Gold Cup, because now we're going to pick a balanced team. We're not going to have sometime a 4 right back on the field at one time. It's only going to be 1 right back. We have enough players to back up each player. So we're going to damage. I personally think we'll get to the semifinals and the finals.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll take it out.
All right. So there you have it, people. We have come to the end of a beautiful show, I believe. Big up to all the persons who came out, who were in the comment section. Those who were watching and did not choose to say anything, big up yourself anyways. Big up to Mikey Ballin, a long time. Mikey Ballin of father on here. Big up yourself, Mikey.
Yeah.
Mr. Langsley Blake, big up yourself. The loudest man on YouTube.
The name does not have a G. It is Lansley. My father said it is Lansley. It is supposed to sing. It's of French origin, you see.
Okay,
so don't pronounce it with a G. Lansley. Lansley. Lansley.
Lansley Blake. Marlon, big up yourself. Next time, never say pastor. You can't tell me nothing about if you correct me about pastor. You know?
My name is not pastor. That's a title that was bestowed on me.
My name is not coach. That's a title I got as well. You're full of talk. I'm full of more talk, you know, like WhatsApp or chat, you know. So, you know. Anyways, big up to everybody. Big up to the erudites. Big up to the persons who made super chat. Of course, it's Thursday evening and we have a show. So we're gonna try to be here tomorrow again for the start of the weekend triple treat. More deeper discussion. We see if we can dissect this 50-man squad to see how best we can, you know, pull out, extract like the dentist will do from this squad. You know what I mean? Big up to everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace.
Out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.